Hi folks, welcome back to Truck King and back to Heavy Duty Pickup Truck Week. That's because we're getting new HDs from all the brands this week. Yesterday we just saw the new Chevy Silverado HD, and today I'm going to show you and tell you all about this, the brand new 2023 Ford Super Duty. Let's start by talking about the new Powertrain lineup, and it consists of 3 different engines and 4 different outputs because the diesel can be had as either standard output or high output. Now there's a new base engine. It's a 6.8 liter gasoline V8. It's essentially just a smaller displacement version of that 7.3 Godzilla V8, which is also available. So there's 2 gas engines, and then you get to the 6.7 liter Power Stroke V8 diesel, which will be available as either standard or high output. Now the disappointing news is that Ford hasn't released specific numbers yet, although they did already come out and say that they're going to have best-in-class gasoline and diesel horsepower and torque. So you can see what the engines make today. That means that they're definitely going to make more than that. All 4 of those different powertrain options will be paired with a 10-speed automatic transmission, so it's 10-speed across the lineup. And then Ford also let us know some of the things it did to change its high-output diesel, things like a new water-cooled turbo and stainless steel exhaust headers. Those things should allow it to stay cooler, which means that not only should the power numbers be up, but the tow rating will be up as well. And again, Ford has not offered specifics on the tow rating, but in typical Ford fashion, they said it will be best in class. So you can look for it to be above 36,000 pounds of max towing on the gooseneck. Now you've already seen the truck, but the styling has definitely changed. The headlights have again been pushed out to the corners to give it that big wide look, and then the grille has been kind of integrated into those headlights. I think it's a pretty good looking truck, but why don't you let me know down in the comments, how do you like the styling on the new Super Duty? Now we have to start talking about technology because, like with the other HDs in the segment, this truck was already so capable before, so Ford could only do so much when it comes to actually boosting the numbers, which they did do, but they also spent a lot of time adding new technology to this truck, a lot of which we've already seen on the smaller F-150, but it has now just migrated up to the Super Duty. Things like Pro Power on board, which is now available across the Super Duty lineup, and it will offer a maximum of 2 kilowatts of power, which is accessible through 2 different outlets in the cargo box. So it makes total sense that Pro Power on board would come to these HDs, and now it has. Super Duty also now gets onboard scales with smart hitch. That's going to allow you to weigh your load. It will also be able to tell you your hitch weight, specifically how much weight is on the tongue of your truck, so you can make sure it's properly loaded. The new truck has a 360-degree trailer camera. These are actually cameras which are added onto the trailer. There's 4 of them. You add them to the sides, the front, and the rear, and then using the screen in your truck, you can see all the way around your trailer. Now those are wired cameras, and right now Ford will sell you this, and then you have to get up there and install it yourself. But still, pretty cool idea to have a view around your trailer. Blind spot monitoring is now available with a 5th wheel and a gooseneck. Ford now has Pro Trailer Hitch Assist on this heavy duty truck, and that means that the truck will actually be able to back in to the hitch for you. You just line it up, get it close, take your hands off the wheel, and the truck will actually do the rest. And then maybe what I personally believe is one of the smartest bits of technology that I saw on this new Super Duty is a camera in the top lip of the tailgate. So let's say you're hauling lumber, or in my case, I'm usually hauling an ATV or a snowmobile. That means you have to leave the tailgate down, which means the second you go into reverse, you're just looking straight down at the ground. Well, now the Super Duty has 2 cameras. One right up by the tailgate handle, which will be used normally, and then when the tailgate is down, the second it's opened, you'll switch your view over to that lip camera, and now you can still see behind you. These are the little things that I think make a big difference when you're buying a heavy duty truck, or any truck for that matter, because that's going to make a big difference every single day when you're working with your Super Duty. The larger medium duty F450 and 550 have also been redesigned, including the chassis cab models, so a lot of time spent here was also focused on those commercial customers. Now, one of the big benefits of the new Super Duty, it has a 5G built-in modem, which is going to allow over-the-air updates along with a number of different connected services. So Ford will now be able to help you run your fleet and deliver information to you, like how much time the trucks were up versus down, and needing maintenance, where the trucks were going, how they're being used, how they're being driven. So if you own a fleet, Ford will now help you manage that fleet using all of its connected services, which is pretty cool. Although again, I think one of the neatest systems I saw is you can now program custom auxiliary buttons right into the screen. So let's say you have a truck that has a crane on it and you want to be able to check the status of your crane. Well, you just hit a button. Now you actually are going to call Ford and say, hey, I want a button that's called crane status and I want it to do this. Or a good idea that I had was you could call a button go home mode. You hit that and that means your outriggers will come up, your crane will go down, and the truck will do everything it needs to do to get ready to leave. And again, these can be custom set up. So you call Ford and say, I want this button to do X, Y, Z. Ford will set it up. They will over the air update it right into your screen. And I think for upfitters, that's just a really smart solution. Now, luckily as well, Ford didn't get rid of the 6 hard switches, which are up above you when you're in the Super Duty. So let's say you just want one to power the lights. Well, that's easy on a hard switch. So you still have that option, plus you now have the option in the touchscreen. Now let's talk about the off-road trucks, and you can see the updated Tremor package right here. So if you go for an F250 Tremor, you're getting a front limited slip differential, a rear locker, you're getting axle vent tubes which have been located high up so you can ford water, you're getting the new trail turn assist system. Yes, that has been brought up to the Super Duty along with a host of different off-road driving modes. There's also a 12,000 pound winch available for the Tremor, a full skid plate package, and a front end lift. So this thing is going to be just a little bit more capable than it was before, and it was already pretty dang good. Now there's a new package just offered on the base XL model. It's the off-road pack, and it's going to bring along those larger tires, the raised air dam, the water fording axle tubes, skid plates, and a locking diff. So this is basically a base model off-road package, which is always cool to see. And then of course you can still get FX4, that's offered across the range. That's also going to bring you that rear locking differential, the all-terrain tires, different shocks, hill descent control, and a set of skid plates. Now let's take a look inside the Super Duty because it has also been redesigned, although again, you're going to recognize this if you've seen the updated F150 interior. It's basically just been brought up here to the Super Duty. Now there is an 8-inch center display screen which is standard on the XL model, but every other trim gets this 12-inch display you see right here. Now besides that, there's also an available 12-inch digital instrument cluster. You're getting a wireless charging for your phone, 4 different USB ports up front, a center console slot which can hold a tablet upright. Now brand new on the Super Duty is available Max Recline Seats, which fold totally flat. Again, these were introduced in the F150. And you can also get a 640 watt, 8-speaker B&O sound system if you really want to pump your tunes. Now I mentioned that 5G hotspot. Well, you can connect up to 10 different devices when you're inside your Super Duty, which is pretty cool. Other technology which is now here includes intelligent adaptive cruise control with stop and go and lane centering. There's a trailer theft alert system which will alert you if your trailer has been unhooked from your truck, and it'll let you know on your phone. There's a new vehicle security system which is powered by the Ford Pro Telematics. This uses sensors around the truck to actually monitor it, and it can send you that information back to your phone as well. There's a forward reverse sensing system which helps drivers by showing the objects immediately in front or behind the truck. Front and rear brake assist, which is going to help prevent low speed collisions. And there's a brand new full color head-up display. So a ton of driver assistance features on these new Super Duties. Another system that Ford mentioned is new trailer-specific navigation. Now you're actually going to be able to put the height and width of your trailer in here, and then it will optimize your route to make sure it's never going to take you under a low bridge or down a road that a trailer shouldn't be on. And that is definitely helpful because you just never know with nav systems what kind of road they're going to bring you down. Well folks, we have arrived at the end of this video. Now I know it's still a little disappointing that Ford didn't give us those power numbers, but hey, it could be coming soon, even today or by the end of this week. Now I mentioned in the last news video, I'll let you know again, my dad and I are actually headed down to Dallas for the State Fair of Texas, and we're gonna see all these new heavy duties in person when we're there. So hopefully by the time we get down there, that's already tomorrow, well maybe they will have released the numbers. If not, we will ask the questions and hopefully they will give us the numbers. But yes, remember, Ford says it's all going to be best in class. So you know what? Take whatever they make today and you know it's going to make more, or make sure you look at what Ram makes and you know it's going to make more. So folks, like I said, that is it for this one. Now please go in the comments, let me know what you think about this Super Duty. Let me know if you have any specific questions so when we're down there with Ford, I can ask them. And as always, make sure you come right back here to the channel to see our coverage from the State Fair of Texas and all these brand new heavy duty pickups. See ya.